Today, a game of global street food, but with a theme. They are all spicy noodle dishes, and the spiciness scales as the video continues.
It's going to be delicious. It's just whether or not I can handle it.
And can I taste it after the third one?
Two normal home cooks guessing which country these dishes are from. The first is under the cloche.
Up to you, sir.
First impressions.
Lovely bit of coriander, giving some...
Yeah, it's very fragrant.
Yeah, very fragrant.
Really lovely.
Aromatic.
Okay, what have we got? So we got some carrot, we got obviously chilies. You can see a layer of the fat, which is either flavour or there's some spice in there. This is difficult to do when the person you're next to is left-handed. Here we go. Oh, there's the spice.
There's the spice. It's not an overpowering spice at all. It's a really lovely warmth. There's some sort of cabbage, I would say.
Lots of crunch. The taste is almost, it's taking me to a particular part of the world that I can't say.
But let's talk about some of the flavours. So it's a warm, fairly soupy noodle dish. There's lots of broth in there. And that broth has got ginger, garlic, tomatoes, and a number of vegetables. Now, sometimes it might have meat, but actually, more often than not, it tends to be a vegetarian dish. This is that example. And the flavours, things like cumin, Szechuan pepper, and chilies. Specifically, these green chilies. Scoville scale between 30 and 50,000.
I think the name of the chili will give away the country.
It's definitely got the Szechuan in there, which is that kind of black.
That's why I didn't want to say
pepper.
earlier. It's Szechuan.
Yeah.
So a Szechuan broth with like raw chili heat.
But you're right, other spices.
Yeah.
And then those Indian green chilies.
Oh, I'm terrible at this.
No, you're not, because you'll put down India and I'll do something different and you'll get it correct.
Let's think about other variations of the dish. As you might imagine, different places do it slightly differently. Some will include egg, some will include lots of extra beans or chickpeas, but this has got a little bit of gram flour in it to mix it and combine it as well. Hailed as the ultimate comfort food by many publications, and it's also very popular on the streets of this country's capital. Bearing in mind it is a very warm and comforting dish, they tend to eat quite a carb-heavy diet to get through very cold winters. All I need you to do is lock in an answer. Same rules apply as all of our global street food games, and if you want to watch more, there's a whole playlist of them. If you get the country spot on, 3 points. If neither of you get it spot on, whoever is closest takes a point. Okay, boys, you've both locked in an answer. Let's have a peek. In 3, 2, 1.
Mongolia.
Mongolia. Because it's cold. Oh.
Other than it's cold, was there anything else that pushed you in that direction from an ingredient point of view?
Yeah, Szechuan.
Szechuan and China's such a massive country. It could be China.
I thought it was very Chinese 5-spice. Yeah, I just got that Chinese broth type flavour. So it's going to be China, isn't it?
This is also known as Sherpa noodle soup, and whilst potentially have originated in Tibet, this is now massively popular in Nepal. A landlocked country in the area and pretty much the starting point of a lot of Himalayan and Mount Everest climbs.
A lot nearer to where they are from.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
And the Indian green chili is a big part of that. So yes, warming, very carb heavy, often the noodles, but also beans and kidney beans or chickpeas.
I know we got the same answer, but we were quite far away.
I mean, on the scale of the entire globe, no, very close. 1,661 miles away.
Could have been worse.
That's good. That's a good.
Could have been a lot worse.
I like that.
It's probably going to get worse.
But that means you're both equally close and you take a point each as we move into the second, slightly spicier round.
Let's build it up.
No, that was just right.
Spicy noodle dish number 2. Lift away.
Oh, that looks delicious and angry.
It could be angry, couldn't it? Peanuts, noodles underneath. What is that on top?
Is it beef? It's like crispy chili beef. It looks like mince.
You're right with crispy, you're right with chili, but it's pork. Now for this one, we suggest you mix it all together.
I think the angriness might be in the sauce.
Okay.
Do you think?
Cheers, we'll find out.
A classic noodle dish,
God, that is incredible.
loved around the world.
That's amazing. Whoa. That was a grower.
Now this time,
Oh.
the key chili is Facing Heaven chili. Now actually on the Scoville scale, it's pretty much the same as the last, 50,000 to 75,000, but because it tends to be in an oil-based sauce rather than the broth of the last, it might linger on your palate. And when I say oil-based, it is also using a number of different spicy chili oils, plus sesame paste, soy, vinegar, and then you've got that lovely minced pork, which is, again, spicy and quite sweet
And
on top.
peppercorns.
And still some Szechuan in it, yeah.
So this chili goes to your tonsils and stays there. Oh, it's so nice. Where does the creaminess from the sauce come from? Is that the sesame paste?
From the sesame paste, yeah, think almost tahini-esque. The dish gets its name from the country's word for pole, because street vendors would have a big pole across their shoulders with pretty much a bucket on each end filled with the noodles and the sauce, and would walk around and people would grab them. Very, very commonplace, very, very affordable food, because it's a little bit of that minced pork, but it's mostly the, again, egg and wheat noodles tossed through with that delicious sauce.
So good. That is
really
so good.
Unfortunately, there isn't much to stop me from writing Mongolia again.
No Indian chili
Please
this. No Indian green chili this time.
How's the pork mince made?
Just cooked until you drive all the moisture off of it, and then it continues to cook and cook and cook. And it has chili oil, a little bit of sugar, and Szechuan pepper in it. Compared to the last one, this is leaning into more pork, more oil-based, and I think the key that gives it that richness and the creaminess is the sesame paste.
And the sesame paste takes on all that oil-based chili flavour as well.
Still things to note, it's an egg and wheat noodle.
You got any more clues?
This dish is a world famous noodle dish. So it is one that has absolutely travelled the world in its popularity.
I'm gonna write something down.
A delicious spicy noodle dish, but where have you scribbled? Flip your boards in 3, 2, 1.
Malaysia.
Vietnam.
The name of the dish, translated from the country's word for pole, is Dan, or Dandan, because there was one at each end of the pole. So the Dandan noodle is a Szechuan noodle dish using Szechuan pepper and sesame paste, and therefore from China.
We would have been closer with Mongolia.
Yeah, we would have.
Which means, Jamie, you are 2,191 miles away.
Told you it would get worse.
Mike, 1,528, so you take a point for being closest.
Yay.
Well done, you.
Thanks.
Ah, that was great.
The thing with Chinese noodles is they are so regional, but the Szechuan pepper and the combination with the soy, the vinegar, and the sesame paste brings you to that. Then you add the minced pork and the peanut, it's delicious. I couldn't give it to you at the time, that was the chili we were working with. So being oil-based, it does tend to linger, and although technically roughly the same on the Scoville heat scale,
It definitely tasted
it
spicier.
lingers more because it's oil-based rather than the broth of our Nepalese dish.
I've heard of Dandan noodles.
Big in America,
Yeah.
it's one of those ones that has travelled a lot further than some of the other more regional dishes for sure. Either way, Mike, you take a slight lead with 2 points to 1. We're going to round 3. It gets spicier. Number 3. Where are we going next for our spicy noodle dish?
You tell us, Ed.
Yeah, please tell us. Oh,
Fried onions?
yeah, crispy fried
Oh man,
onions.
smell that. Caviar.
Oh, you little angry chili.
Yeah, you can see them everywhere. Okay.
Have a dig around, see what you can find underneath, because there's a few clues on top. The rest
Oh,
you'll find
they're
underneath.
these. Oh, hey.
Oh, really? Have we stepped up?
Oh, we're taking a big leap in my opinion. Oh, that spreads quickly. I had one piece of noodle.
So it's definitely jigwop.
Bit warmer, yeah, this one.
Considerably.
Okay, so we got peppers, We've got green beans, crispy fried onions.
I didn't even eat any of the chili bits. Here we go.
In our spicy noodle dish, let's talk about the spice, let's talk about the noodles.
Oh, they're the flat ones, and I can't remember what they're called.
They're unusual noodles, I would say.
Made of what?
Rice.
Correct. So
rice
they're
noodles.
flat rice noodles or wide rice noodles. And then the spice is coming from, this time, a red chili, bird's eye chilies. So
Yeah.
on the Scoville heat unit scale, we're talking starting from 50,000, but going up to twice that at 100,000. And it is in there, but also a lot of fragrance. So you've got things like holy basil, yes to things like the ginger, but also you've got soy and fish sauce. That's the chili we're working with. Any number of proteins can be used in this, from tofu to pork and beef, but this is a chicken version.
What are these little...
Are they a type of peppercorn?
Have a taste. So they are fresh peppercorns that arrive green, and they are stir-fried in as well.
Ooh. Lots of textures there, from crispy and crunchy.
I'm not going to give you the name from the country of origin, but it's also kind of called Drunken noodles because of the kind of drunken, haphazard way that things are thrown into the wok and stir-fried really quickly, like a drunken person might, because also the translation in this language, drunken kind of means like wild and crazy, and this is all of those things combined with these wider, flatter rice noodles. And you're right, not brothy and not kind of a sauce made from the Szechuan and oil and sesame paste like before, but it has got soy, oyster and fish sauce as the combo. All of that, yes, fiery heat from bird's eye chili, but also that holy basil.
Hey-ya!
A cult favourite, but which country are you going to scribble down? You've scribbled something? Whilst you're still breathing like dragons. Let's see what you got. 3, 2, 1.
Thailand.
Thailand.
You've both gone for Thailand. Why is that?
It's a fresh chili heat of which I can only compare to the time I had an authentic papaya salad in Bangkok, surrounded by locals. And it was so spicy, we couldn't eat more than about 8 bites each. I'm getting those vibes. Oyster sauce, fish sauce, all of that.
Those combos of the fish sauce and the oyster sauce, along with the kick of the spice.
Flat nice rice noodle, noodle, yeah,
rice
you know
noodles,
what I mean?
like it, yeah.
This is Pad Ki Mao, and it is indeed from Thailand.
Great.
Both correct, and both get 3 points.
Thanks again, Thailand.
What that does mean is Mike is still a fraction ahead, thanks to round 2.
Oh,
Good news is, we have another one, and it's getting spicier.
I feel delirious.
Number 4, what you got?
Oh, what
Interesting.
have we got? Oh, that has a smell to it.
Oh no, it smells deep and burny, doesn't
It
it?
smells burny.
That smells
burny
like,
spice.
I tell you exactly what that smells like. Smell that. We've had it many times before. That is one very particular spice.
Oh my goodness.
Chili.
It's bitter.
And it's deep red, and it's an almost burny spice.
Yeah.
I think that is bulldog.
This particular dish comes with its own caution. They're called black noodles, but technically they're just a very dark brown, I suppose.
That is too much. I'm having one.
So in our noodle conversation, we're now talking black wheat noodles in a spicy chicken sauce.
Come on. Let's do this. Cheers. Yeah, that's so familiar, that spice. It's almost a burnt spice.
Pow. It just smacks you in the face. It's right there. Like you literally put it in your put it in your mouth. It's bitter and almost acrid.
It's probably because the heat comes from the ghost pepper.
Yeah, that's it.
So where the last bird's eye was on the Scoville scale, so up to 100,000, this starts at 800,000 and goes up to 1 million on the Scoville heat scale. Now,
Do you need to
that
go back?
does not mean the dish carries that many Scoville heat units. That is just what the ghost pepper sits at. However,
Just trying to taste it.
the dish does come with a warning. It's instant noodle. You buy them from convenience stores, and then it says add the ghost pepper oil to personal preference by the user.
Right, who was the user?
Kush thought best to make sure you could taste it. I think all of it went in.
All of it. Wicked. Where does this come from?
In order for you to get this spot on, I need you to give me the country. And given this is round 4, one of you have already written this country down.
Oh dear. That.
But also, the official alphabet is Hangul, and it's inspired by a vibrant barbecue culture in this country.
Every time you breathe out, it's getting spicier.
Why is it still going?
Oh no. Can I have some peach, please?
Yeah, just remember this is only round 4, still a spicier one to follow.
No. Oh, that is so thick.
Does it help?
That helps.
Does it?
Oh, that really helps. Sugar.
So if one of us has already written it down, obviously that narrows it down a lot, but it also takes away from where I thought it was.
Go with your gut. Where do you think it was?
Well, no, because
We haven't written it down. I thought it was
Go with
Korean.
your gut. The dark colour of the noodles actually comes from a combination of cocoa powder and vegetable extract, like a purple carrot, we think. So that's what gives it its earthy, almost bitter notes to it, as well as the spice of that ghost chili pepper. But this is a very, very popular and now kind of cult because of its viral heat sensation instant noodle packet. Let's have a look. What have you written down? 3, 2, 1.
Malaysia.
Dinner.
These are Daebak, ghost pepper spicy chicken black noodles from Korea. However, it is a collaboration with Malaysia, and therefore, Jamie, you are correct. We were happy to take either answer. The first time ever, this is 2 countries working together.
Right, so actually what you've done there is by giving a clue, you've taken a point away from my first guess.
I think approximately 8 times I said go with your gut. Or, I also said,
No.
one of you has put down correct answer. And I didn't say I didn't say the correct answer, I said correct answer.
You didn't
No,
say or,
that
though.
is
You
so-
said and. There was no or.
Comment below. That is horrendous.
That is
What's just
horrendous.
happened there?
So to be clear, Daebak is indeed a Korean brand, but this is, as you see on the packet, made in Malaysia. It is a collaboration with sort of a Malaysian ingredient and a nod to that sort of black wheat noodle with the ghost pepper.
I almost put Mongolia down, but then I thought you were being quite specific with your words, and you said one of you has already written it down, and I thought, no, 2 of us.
Yeah,
have already
exactly,
written
2 of us.
The clues are always there, boys. The clues are always go with your gut, and you both are.
No,
You're
yeah,
both tempted
actually-
to go with Korea.
Misleading, foul play, comment below, you agree.
We're going to go into the last round. Jamie takes a slight lead, but it's all still to play for.
I'm cold.
that. Yeah, I've got chills now.
Yeah, your hairs are standing on end. That's why they're called chili peppers.
Lift the cloche on number 5.
Go.
Wow, look at that.
So red. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, God, it's in my eyeballs.
Wow!
I can't put that down.
Oh, it's the spices in the air.
What do you reckon you've got?
It looks amazing. I'm so scared of it. So what's it? Is this pork?
Yeah, you got some sliced roast pork. You've got some chicken karaage. Yeah, so fried chicken, eggs, spring onions, bean sprouts.
Why is that so angry smelling? It's thick. It smells thick. Not like, wow, that smells spicy. It smells like smoke.
Yep, a tonkotsu broth. We're talking about yellow noodles, but bound with the Caroline Reaper. So we're talking 1.57 million on the Scoville scale. Although it can exceed that, that's the average. I mean, it can go up to 2.2.
I'm going noodles first. That feels like a lot.
The
mate,
smell
it's-
is just pure chili.
Yeah, we can do this. Cheers.
All I need you to do is name the country you think this is from.
Oh, yeah, we're doing that, aren't we? That's what this is all about.
Yeah, I don't need to keep your paper face. So this is believed to have been created in 2020, but those who eat it are asked to be A, over the age of 18, and to sign a waiver. Fortunately, you guys have done that years ago.
Oh, I've got to go for a walk. Give me a sec. You keep going, Ebbers, I just need to walk.
This particular country has lots of cultural stories and tales around their gods, inviting humans towards death. And that's where this dish gets its name. And there's 3 colours on this country's flag.
Do you need to also go for a walk?
Woohoo! I feel alive!
What are you doing?
That is colder than that.
Okay, so to wrap up this game, I need you to scroll down a country.
This is spicier than anything I've eaten on Poker Place. Do people genuinely finish a bowl of this?
There is something called the Shinigami Challenge, where diners have 9 minutes to finish a bowl.
Oh, what? That is insane.
You've locked in an answer, so why don't you show us? 3, 2, 1.
USA.
USA?
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, I thought this is definitely a regional thing within the country from the Japanese population.
So 100% ramped up from the classic tonkotsu ramen, Japanese culture, long boiling of pork bones, but this particular Shinigami ramen is from Las Vegas. Therefore, in the US, where it is a crazy challenge, but was voted gold in Best of Las Vegas 2024. Which does mean, Jamie, you might not feel like a winner. With 10 points to 8, you take it.
It's not worth it.
Well done, no,
It wasn't worth it.
That's a lot. Most of those were delicious.
So we speak to so many of you, and a lot of you say that you watch our videos whilst you're eating dinner. If that is the case, then make sure you give the video a like. But also, what are we
15,000,
calling you
please.
collective people? Those
Yeah, we
who
need a
eat and
group.
watch.
I want like a murder of crows.
We're like the Munch Bunch, but that's trademarked.
Right.
We just need one that's cool. Like good, that we can collectively call upon that, that gang.
The munchers.
The gulp gang.
The gulping gang.
No, you have to come up with better ones. Comment them down below and we'll choose one.
The Nosha crew.